Roger was meant to tell you of your inherent worthiness. You may have heard other people telling you something else about yourself, but my life was meant to tell you about your inherent worthiness, meaning that is how you were born. Um, and I'll tell you, this is something that has been challenging for me to accept and believe, as it may have been difficult for you to accept and believe why you were born and what your life purpose is and what you're meant to do now, because you're in the world now to actually actualize that. And that I do know. But that's the message that's on my site, anyadvicefortoday.com, and you can read it there. And it also gives you a little understanding of the order of our universe. Nothing's happening accidentally. We're all energy and intelligence, and we understand that in different ways as we live and depending on when we live. And we're moving through a generational shift in our world right now where many of us have forgotten that our inherent worthiness, and some others are saying that you aren't that worthy and you shouldn't be around possibly. But I was given something different. I was given the information that said no, every person is worthy. They just have to find that particular purpose that they were born for. And my job, what I was meant to live, is to live this and bring in that information to give it to you so that you can do that. And I wondered why I was supposed to do it before Sunday, because I also made an announcement that I made this special offer that anybody could come into my program where they could achieve great success and understand who they are, and they could do it at this dirt cheap price, but only until Sunday. And so then I was shown the messages that were for July 6th, and also a video at the end of this that will explain so much more, because it was a channeling session that was done a year ago. We exist in our consciousness. I developed the ability to receive precognitive information that is from cosmic intelligence. So it works for any person, because every soul is born the same way. And you will hear in that session where Wilhelm says very clearly there's no hierarchy of souls. And when you get that, you will understand that if you're having some difficulty or trouble, you've just believed something different about yourself. And that was probably something that was programmed into you or someone else told you. Because that's what we all move through, is that programming. And we're meant to move beyond it now. And I was given the way for you to be able to do that. But I'll show you, when you go to the site, you'll see all the messages from 2008. Because what we also discover is that there are cycles that happen in our universe and the planets moving and all of that, and there's cycles that we move through in our lives, and it's the same. We just decide when we're going to evolve into that higher understanding of ourselves. So the first one is, Roger was meant to tell you of your inherent worthiness. We asked our messenger to use a title today that would attract attention, but also one that you and he would find difficult to accept. The one who had the most difficulty was Roger, just as each of you has found it challenging to uncover and accept your unique life purpose. But today more of you will, as we will show you the order of your life and the universe and why you decided to live during the restructuring of your world. And that's what's going on. All the chaos, everything that you might be experiencing within yourself or witnessing in the world, means that you're just coming to understand and accept who you are and your worthiness. And now I've been given a plan for you to do that. And as you read this and go through everyone, you will understand it, because I did it over years. It's been 36 years, as a matter of fact, and it caused me to heal. And if you do it, the same thing will happen. And if more of us do it, that's what happens in our world. And so people said, do you have something that could change the world? I said, yes. Because if more people knew who they were and could live their lives in the way that caused them to become happy, successful, and abundant, that would change. This work will do that. But check it out. In the special that I mentioned, will only, I think there are about 5 spots left, and you use the word possible on the program, and you'll see how ridiculously cheap it is if you want to change your life and become your best self. See you soon.